Hey everyone, this is Uthris. Welcome back to Medieval Engineers, our series where we build some interesting structures. So this episode we're going to pretty much kind of work one last time in the Dwarven structure and then take a break from it for a little bit and try and do some other types of structures. And then we'll come back to this and keep adding on to it. But I don't want to make a really long series of just kind of building the same type of theme. And requested building that I think we're going to do this time is a King's Tomb. So that's a very Dwarven thing to have. And so we're just going to try that kind of setup. And so I'm going to just carve away the stone here and try and make kind of a interesting kind of cutoff point. I don't know how I want this to look. I mean, it has to be kind of a really kind of detailed entryway into this area. And I could even do some type of downward staircase. I'm a little bit hesitant in doing that, just because there could be, I don't know, some issues with having to dig out a bunch of terrain, but it makes the most sense to do that kind of shape. So we're just gonna go ahead and determine what type of slope we want. I'm thinking some type of 2x1 gentle slope would be pretty cool. And then along the sides of that, we can put some lightings and torches along its path. Just switch into a pretty large brush to cut out a large chunk of terrain, because it is always easier to just kind of build around what you end up constructing in terms of terrain than to just carve it out exactly as you need it. So it's best to kind of just take away more than you need and then come back later. So I'm thinking we'll just go down 3 stories just as a base representation, and you can pretty much probably do this kind of style build as deep as you want or feel you need. So we'll just go down about like that. And these little plateaus are going to have some pillaring attached to them and lighting. Need a staircase. So the other day I ended up downloading some Twitch streaming software. I might end up coordinating some type of stream this weekend, and I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of a count to see how many people would show up, just so I'm not all alone, you know, like a loser out there. But I don't know what game I want to stream. I could stream this and just hang out with you guys and build things. I could stream some Elite Dangerous if you guys want to see some of that. Maybe some War Thunder, or really anything. I have an okay games collection. I wouldn't mind playing some Skyrim, actually. I have a bunch of mods for that. So you guys can let me know on what you might think would be cool to do, or if there's anything that you want to try and play with me, you can let me know and I can see if I can't host it for y'all. These side pillars will kind of walk up these areas. And we'll put the pretty standard stone detailing on them. Basically just trying to make this as grand as we can to hopefully bring across how important this person was, or a group of people, or family. It could be a family tomb. You can just make it big enough. But I think I'm just going to put one tomb in here because it can apply to an assortment of tombs and people. So we really only need one, and then you can just copy and paste it around at your leisure. And then kind of a grand doorway again, and then the actual room will be beyond this, so we can maybe put it I don't think I wanted a complete square room. If I can kind of round the edges, that would be pretty cool. So something like this shape. Let's see, what else? Maybe let's just work on adding some details to these pillars. We're gonna have to do the same trick, I have a feeling, for these other ones, and they're gonna match to hopefully bring a cool design. Does that fall? No? Good. Woohoo, woohoo. I don't need flames and stuff. Let's not do that. Why is it doing this? I have structural integrity off, I believe, so things shouldn't fall due to gravity. But it definitely is. Maybe it's because I'm angling it. Nope. At least you guys get to watch some stuff fall over. How do I copy and paste this if I can't do it? I guess I can use just the lower half. Maybe. Or do something like that. Okay. Guess I had to build supports for it. See if that worked. Oop. I kind of wish they would get rid of the floatiness that comes with the Space Engineers aspect of the engine for creative mode. I mean, it just doesn't make sense for medieval engineers. In fact, it's kind of a nuisance. Just keep on adding our bottom. The next ship for Space Engineers is going to be a frigate. It's a pretty standard kind of ship. It's kind of the most flown class for battles, and then cruisers and destroyers will be supporting the battleship. And I don't know if I'll get to a battleship. It would be pretty big, especially since I'll be making out of small ship blocks. But you never know. Never say never. Gonna need a vaulted ceiling. The ceiling for this is a little bit lower than the main hallway, which is fine. It doesn't need to be that tall. I think this is plenty tall for just a tomb. And it's just gonna keep getting dark in here because the new lighting is, I don't like it. I don't like the new lighting system. It almost feels like it's just not doing its job correctly. Like, I'm fine with like the idea behind it, but implementation of it is just a little rough. Like the way your eyes adjust, just weird. I would prefer just it being darker in general without the adjusting. That way I can get an actual feel. And there's not this transition that's just totally fake, because your eyes don't adjust like this. Like, they just don't. Like, this would be dark already, and then it gets darker. Like, no, it would be dark, and then it would get lighter as you walked out, and then this outside wouldn't have those dark spots. It would be really bright. You wouldn't be able to see outside the door until you walked out. You'd be blinded for a half second, and then it should come into focus from light to dark. So I think they just have it in reverse for some reason. I don't know why. So we'll just throw up arches, I think, as a base thing. And then I think at this point, let's just start laying out some of the rooms so you guys can at least see some of it. So it's going to have these type of effects to bring in a nice stone feel, and there'll be stone behind these walls. It won't be open, so leaving it open will be a pretty cool idea. And then what I can do is put these upside down. Or not. Okay, there we go. Come on, rotate. There we go. So we're doing a pretty open top. Then in the middle we can put a battlement. I think that matches okay. It looks kind of like a crown, I guess, symbolizing royalty for me. I don't know if it looks like that for you all or not. And then I wouldn't mind leaving the stone still exposed, so we're just going to do more of these. And we'll just put a lot of the weight supporting elements in the corner, I think. Should be a block that fits this gap here. I believe it looks something like this. No. Yeah, that one. So. So that'll look okay. I'm losing a lot of light. Anyways, so this is, you can kind of see where this is going, and I'll be right back and I can show you guys kind of the final thing. Alright everyone, so this Here's kind of the finished tomb that I ended up making. Got a good bit of detail kind of along the main corridor. A lot of etching into the stonework. And then this kind of door that we have here. And these giant stone walls pretty much just slide out of the way. There's no way to like really mechanize this at all. So you pretty much just have to use your hand tool and slide them back. They do have stops and guide rails so that, you know, they don't really fall off the track. And yeah, doing things like this to make it look nice, it's kind of hard to do, but it's worth it. So from there, it's pretty much just a nice domed cave with stone carvings within the walls, kind of poking through. Kind of treasury enclaves to the left and right. And then, of course, the statue and the person would be buried underneath this. And it would be nice if the statue actually kind of represented a dwarf, but all we got is humans right now. So I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope it's not too dark for everyone. The new lighting is just extremely dark. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. So, alright. If you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to subscribe. If you guys have anything that you would like to change, let me know that as well. And we can go ahead and kind of vote on the next build. It's not going to be the Dwarven Area, as I said earlier. Please vote for or suggest something a little unrelated for a little bit. We'll come back and do some more, but I want to take a break from working underground and maybe build a normal above structure. So yeah, thanks for watching.